Hi all, in this video we will see the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. The zero of a linear polynomial ax plus b is minus b by a. You know how to find out the zeros of a polynomial. That is, if p of x is equal to ax plus b, to find zeros, we have to write p of x is equal to 0. That gives, what is p of x? Ax plus b. That is ax plus b equal to 0, which gives x is equal to minus b by a. So x equal to minus b by a is the zero of the polynomial ax plus b. Now let us consider a quadratic polynomial p of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 10. You know this is a quadratic polynomial. So here for a linear polynomial you got it as minus x equal to minus b by a. Now we will see whether we have or whether we can find out any relationship between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Now let us consider this polynomial x squared plus 3x minus 10. So first we will find out the zeros of this polynomial x squared plus 3x minus 10. So for zeros, what we have to do? P of x is equal to 0. That is x squared plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now we will find out the factors using factorization method by splitting the middle term. You know how to split the middle terms. I will explain. This is a polynomial x squared plus 3x minus 10. What is coefficient of x squared? That is 1. What is the constant term? That is 0. Multiply these two, you are getting it as 10. Now we will see the factors of 10. That is 1, 2, 5 and 10. So these are the factors of 10. Now just see, using any two factors, can you split the middle term 3x? We can see that this 3x, we can write it as 5x minus 2x. So here it will be x squared plus 5x minus 2x minus 10 equal to 0. Now here we can see that 4 terms are there. Now what we have to do is, from these two terms we will take common factor out, and then from these two terms we will take common factor out. For that, this can be written as x into x plus 5. From these two terms, x is a common factor, so we took x out, that is x into x plus 5. Now inside the bracket it is x plus 5. So here also the same term should come here. That is, this can be written as minus 2 into x plus 5. Now multiply and check. Minus 2 into x is minus 2x. Minus 2 into 5 is minus 10 equal to 0. This can be written as, that is, now you can see that two terms are there. From these two terms, x plus 5 is a common factor. So this can be written as x plus 5 into x minus 2 equal to 0. That is x plus 5 equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0, which gives x equal to minus 5. When this positive 5, when it comes to the other side it becomes negative 5 or x equal to 2. So what are the zeros of the polynomial? Minus 5 and 2. Now I will write the polynomial over here, that is our polynomial is p of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 10. Let it be there. So the zeros are minus 5 and 2. Now we will see sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros means add up the zeros, that is minus 5 plus 2, which is equal to minus 3. Now this minus 3 we can write it as minus of 3 by 1, no? This minus 3 we can write it as minus of 3 by 1. That means this can be written as minus of, what is 3 here in the polynomial? It is coefficient of x. And what is 1? In the polynomial we can see that 1 is coefficient of x squared. So we can write it as minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x squared. Now we will check product of zeros. Product of zeros is minus 5 into 2, which is equal to minus 10. Now here see what is minus 10 in the polynomial, that is the constant term. So this minus 10 we can write it as minus 10 divided by 1. Now see the relation. Minus 10 means constant term. So we can write instead of minus 10 constant term divided by, instead of 1 we can write it as coefficient of x squared. That is product of zeros mean constant term by coefficient of x squared. So we got some relation between zeros and coefficients of the polynomial p of x. Now let us consider another example. Here we have another polynomial, that is p of x is equal to 3x squared plus 20x plus 12. Same way we will find the zeros of this polynomial. For zeros, what we have to do? P of x is equal to 0. We will split the middle term. When we split the middle term, we are getting it as 2 and 18. You know how to split the middle term. I explained to you, that is we have to take the coefficient of x squared, that is 3, and the constant term, that is 12, and multiply these two numbers, you are getting it as 36. Now see the factors of 36. The factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, then 9, then 12, then 18, then 36. Now we can see that using 2 and 18 we can split the middle term. That is, using the factors 2 and 18 we can split the middle term. So this can be written as 3x squared plus 2x plus 18x plus 12 equal to 0, which gives x into 3x plus 2 plus 6 into 3x plus 2 equal to 0. What we did? We took common factor out from the first two terms and then from the next two terms. And I told you that whatever comes inside the bracket here should come here also in the second term. Now from these two terms, 3x plus 2 is a common factor. So we can write it as x plus 6 into 3x plus 2 equal to 0. which gives x plus 6 equal to 0 or 3x plus 2 equal to 0. And again we can write it as x equal to minus 6 or x equal to minus 2 by 3. Now we will write the polynomial over here, that is p of x is equal to, our polynomial is 3x squared plus 20x plus 12. We will write the polynomial over here. Let it be there. Like earlier sum, we will see sum of the zeros. We will get it as minus 20 by 3. Now look the polynomial. Look at the polynomial 3x squared plus 20x plus 12. This minus 20 by 3, we can write it as minus of 20 by 3. Right? That is minus, we will give bracket only for 20, that is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x squared. What is 3 here? It is coefficient of x squared. Now we will check product of zeros. Product of zeros is equal to minus 6 into minus 2 by 3, that is 12 by 3. Minus and minus will become positive. Now what is 12 in p of x? That is the constant term. And what is 3 in p of x? That is coefficient of x squared. So 12 by 3 we can write it as constant term by coefficient of x squared. So from this we can understand that there is some relationship between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. So we can say that in general, if alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, then sum of zeros, alpha plus beta. What is alpha and beta? That is zeros of the quadratic polynomial. And what is our quadratic polynomial? P of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c a not equal to 0. So if alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, then sum of zeros is equal to, that is alpha plus beta, equal to minus b by a, which is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x squared. So from the earlier sum, we got the relation between sum of zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. And product of zeros is equal to alpha beta. Product of zeros means alpha beta, which is equal to c by a, which is equal to, what is c? C means it is constant term and a is coefficient of x squared, that is constant term by coefficient of x squared. This you have to keep it in your mind. This is a formula, that is sum of zeros of a polynomial, of a quadratic polynomial. Sum of zeros of a quadratic polynomial is minus b by a, that is minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x squared. Product of zeros is c by a, that is constant term by coefficient of x squared. If it is a cubic polynomial, if alpha, beta, gamma are zeros of a cubic polynomial general form is ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Then alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, that is minus coefficient of x squared divided by coefficient of x cube. Second one is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to C by A. What is C? Coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube. So here we can write for the first one minus coefficient of x squared by coefficient of x cube. C by A means coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube. And the third one, the product of zeros, that is alpha, beta, gamma is equal to minus d by a. Minus d by a means, what is d here? That is the constant term. So we can write it as minus constant term by coefficient of x cube. So this also you have to keep it in your mind. That is, if it is a cubic polynomial, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to, what is alpha, beta, gamma? That are the zeros of a cubic polynomial. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. That means minus coefficient of x squared divided by coefficient of x cube. Second one, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to c by a. C by a means coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube. Third one is alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. That is minus constant term by coefficient of x cube. So here you can see that it is minus plus minus. So I hope that all of you understood. Thank you.